Hey guys! So for this video, the second part of our grammar lesson, today we're going to learn about sentences and we're going to actually do some handwritten work. You can see Mrs. Smith is going to do that with you. I am using my ladybug in order to project this image to you, which is kind of neat. Never done this before. These are the 2 pages that you need, or just using a regular piece of paper or your journal paper would be just fine. So this one says sentences at the top, and there's a kitty cat. And then this one has sentences, and this one has a boy holding a kitty cat. Okay, I'm going to put this one off to the side. That one's for the second. And let's start here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tiny bit closer. Oh, little too close, huh, guys? There we go. Okay. So what they want us to do here is they want us, if Mrs. Smith can make this go away, here we go. They want us to look at each one of these and decide which one is a complete sentence and which one is a sentence. So if you remember from our first video, I hope you watched that one because this is going to be hard if you didn't. We are looking for 3 things. Do you remember those 3 things? We are looking for capital letters, we are looking for a period, and we're looking for a complete thought. So I'd like you to please read this sentence for me. Jim has a pet. Jim has a pet. So you'll notice that as I sound out words and sentences, the next thing I want to do is go back through the sentence and read it more fluidly. That way I'm practicing how I'd actually read something. So even if you're sounding things out, I want you to go back to the beginning and then read it fluidly. Jim has a pet. So are we talking about someone? Yes, we have Jim, and we know what he has or what he's doing. He has a pet. So that is a complete thought, and it has a capital and a period. Let's look at this sentence, or lack thereof. Does it have a capital? Does it have a period? Oh. Has a pet. The question is who? So this one is the correct one. So I'm going to circle the correct sentence. I hope you will too. And then I'm going to use nice, neat handwriting, and I'm going to write down that complete sentence. I'm also going to make sure that I use finger spaces. I'm also making sure that my letters are in the correct location. You'll notice that all of my letters that are not capital, they do not belong in the top by the sky. This J does because it is a capital. First of all, it's a name and it's the beginning of our sentence for this, but you'll notice that my P is not up there by the sky. It's below this, as we call the fence. So I want you to make sure that your letters are in the correct space. This is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters that you've written. It's only 4 words and 10 letters. You can make sure that each of them are in the correct location. The more we practice this, the better our handwriting gets, and the easier it'll be when you get back into class with Mrs. Smith, because she is a stickler. I know her pretty well. So did you notice what I'm missing at the end? Yep, I'm missing that period. Okay, so now let's look at number 2. So this one is trying to trick us. Can you read these 2 words for me, please? Is his pet. His pet. His pet what? His pet iguana? His pet snake ate the mouse? I don't know. His pet what? His pet goose is sleeping on the cat tower? Yes, he is. He's over there sleeping on the cat tower. So we do not have a complete thought here. We do have a capital, so they tried to trick you. Does it have a period? No. Let's go to this one. Is, oh, I recognize these 2 words are the same. His pet is a cat. Cat. And we have a capital and a period and a complete thought. Now I'm going to rewrite that on the line using a capital letter to start my sentence and finger spaces in between each word. Make sure you have your capital and your period and you are writing it spaced and nice and neat. Again, this one only has like 12 letters. Shouldn't be that hard to write them in the correct location. Take your time. If I can write them, so can you. Let's go to number 3. Can you already pick out which one is correct? Why is this one wrong? Why is this one right? What is this missing? Is there an ending punctuation mark? Is there a capital? Oh, trying to trick you. Is this a whole thought? What does that say? The cat. The cat what? Oh, the cat runs away, away. The cat runs away. Interesting. Okay, so this one is the complete sentence. And now we need to write it on the line. Start with a capital. You'll notice that the letters within my word are spaced in small spaces, but not super spread out so that they look like separate words. And I'm leaving a finger space in between each word. You'll notice that I remove my finger after I've written the first letter because I know it kind of blocks my ability to see the rest of them. Make sure you end with a period. Okay. Has anyone noticed that Mrs. Smith uses these funny lines? Well, here at St. Dominic's School, we do something called modern manuscript. It's also called Denilian. And it is a way to practice handwriting so that eventually you can write in cursive. And so when you're in 3rd grade, you'll begin to learn to write in cursive, and actually a little bit in 2nd grade and even a little bit in 1st grade. But that's kind of a secret for later. So you need to be practicing these little lines. I like to call them tails. And the other trick is we're practicing how letters are created. So the best way to learn how to do modern manuscript in Denilian is to copy what Mrs. Smith does. So as you're watching me and as you are noticing what you do comparatively to what I do, try to match as much as possible. Is it going to look exactly like mine? Well, no, because are you 33? No. So it's not going to be exactly like mine, but I still want you to try. Let's go to number 4. Pick the one that is a complete sentence, please. For number 4 and 5, I'd like you to pause me now, and I want you to figure out for 4 and 5 which 2 are the complete sentences and circle them. Then turn me back on so we can write the answer together. I hope you've paused me. Okay, so in fact, this one is the sentence. Jim looks for his pet. Oh, the pet is lost. That's right, it ran away. We have a capital, we have a period. Look here, for his pet. For his pet, what? Missing a capital, missing a period, and makes no sense. So let's write down number 4 together. Start with a capital J for Jim. Notice my little tails. You're about to see a Denilian K. It looks like an R, but the trick with this K is that our bow, our loop, is below this fence. An uppercase R looks like this. That's very different, isn't it? Oh, Mrs. Smith needs her eraser. There we go. Okay. He looks finger space, 4, finger space, his, finger space, pet. Now, of course, if you need to take a few extra minutes to write the sentence, then you can always pause me, guys. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the beginning. You can always pause me to finish writing because, of course, Mrs. Smith doesn't know how much time you actually need. So you have to almost tell me by pausing it. All right, and number 5, this one was the complete sentence. We go with Jim. You'll notice that there's a capital over here, but that's not the beginning of the sentence. And there's a capital here that is the beginning. Why is this one capitalized? We go with Jim. What's the word Jim? The word Jim is a name. And just like when you write your name, what do we need to do to the first letter of a name? We will always capitalize it. Let's write down we go with Jim together. Capital W, space, 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 capital J for Jim, period. Excellent work, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a third small video, sorry, but it only gives me 15 minutes and I'm almost there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another small video, probably about 2-3 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to do the next page on your own, and I want you to try to do that, and then you have to try to have someone check it for you, okay? All right, guys, hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you know what makes a sentence a sentence.